Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the Metro Manila Arena here in the Philippines for tonight's main event. 12 rounds in the heavyweight division, and the anticipation for this bout has grown as the week has gone on. A lot of talk behind these two. Now it's time to walk the walk.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves.
All right, let's go.
And we are underway for this scheduled 12-rounder. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. He missed that uppercut. Frustrating his opponent with great defense.
Stay away from those. Come on.
A well-placed overhand right. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. He saw the uppercut, he took advantage, throwing it out there.
Finish with a hook. Put hands up.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. A thunderous punch able to land to the head.
Joe, he thought he was out of range.
He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. Now this is a byproduct of his energy level being low. He's desperate, so he ties up his opponent.
Well, this is part of being a fighter. This is part of being a pro in anything you do. There's times where it's all going your way. There's times where you got to make it go your way. You got to make an adjustment. He's doing what he has to do.
Halfway through this round here.
Keep your feet moving.
A target on his head, and he places the hook right on it. Here's a moment here as you see the step-back counterpunch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces him into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
And right from the start, he's throwing the power punches and landing them.
I think he has a date, and he wants to get to it.
Turns over that hook, and he does damage upstairs. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Final 10 seconds of round number one. Good accuracy with that uppercut. This round comes to an end. A round in which this fighter threw a lot of punches, didn't land a lot of punches. I'll tell you, what advice can you give to him if you're the trainer?
Well, first of all, deal with the psychological part. Joe, don't forget, 75% of this game is psychological. Don't let him get discouraged, because even though he's not going to say nothing, in his head, he's starting to get discouraged. Just say to him, hey, listen, you're going to catch him. Let's shorten him up a little bit. And you know what? He's moving his head, so go to the body. Because now you're going to hit him a little in the body, because the body's not moving.
Considering the fact that in the last round, he got tagged hard, he looks great right now to open up this round.
Well, I'm not shocked, because I think he has character. I think there's substance to him. And the only way that you find the mettle of a person is when you test him, when you push him up against the cliff. And he's being tested now, and he's showing what he's made of.
Not able to land the headshot. He scores with the jab. Committing to the body work now. He lands the right hand. Well-placed hook there.
Yeah, good work.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Heading into this fight, we talked about what each man can do offensively. What each man wants to do is have varied punches throughout.
Exactly, and what he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to be predictable.
A headshot blocked. Not able to connect with the uppercut. 90 seconds to go here in this round. Very nice defensive guard there. Scored well upstairs with the right hand. A well-targeted jab that time.
And that's exactly what you need when you want to stay on the outside. Something to keep you away from your opponent.
Able to dismiss it.
Let it go.
Great movement to get away from those punches. Good left there. Too much too soon, and now because of that pace that he set, not enough.
No, he's starting to look like my kids used to look like when they were little, when they ate too much candy. I mean, they were running all over the room, jumping all over the place, and then bang, they crashed. All of a sudden, they hit the sack.
Need to pull ahead.
You can almost see it just by the way a fighter sits down on their stool at the end of a round. As we come to the end of this round, you can tell that he's full of confidence, and he can't wait to get right back out there and continue doing what he was doing.
Well, you're right. The first thing that I noticed is his back's not leaning against the corner pad. You know, that's a defeated fighter. That's a fighter. He don't want to go back. Something bad happened to him. You know, he's leaning back like that. You have to pick him up from the stool. He's got all his weight forward. He can't wait to get going. You know that he's positive. You know that he had a good round.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Well, he's committed to the left hand, and it's paying off here. Good flush shot upstairs.
Back to the center.
Good exchange. He fires back. A good block. Well placed, straight right hand. Puts forth the hook, scores with it.
Good job, buddy.
Good effective work with that straight right hand. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. You see he comes over the top with that right hand, a real solid shot. Blocks that punch. Big, big shot comes crashing home. Targeting that head and landing with a bomb. has a sense of a flash knockdown there. You can see he's not too damaged. His opponent better be careful. He's still got a live guy opposite him.
Oh, yeah, he definitely does. And believe me, the best indicated that he didn't really hurt him, his opponent's not coming after him. He knows that he's okay. He knows that that wasn't one of those big shots that really debilitates a guy.
Keep it up.
Great round now, back and forth. After he did the hurting, he's the one hurt.
Joe, simply put, this is about wit, grit, and spit. This is about fighting.
Blocks that punch. Good step back, counter punch there.
Beautiful.
Okay, you're good. You're good. Deep breath now. You're leaving yourself open now. You're throwing your punches wide, so keep tight. Keep tight. Feel good? Come on, you gotta give me one more round, right? Now what did I tell you? Keep your hands up, right? Now you're throwing your punches, but your hands are down. You good? Okay, now focus.
This is a fairly competitive, tight fight. The difference being, of course, we did have a knockdown scored as you look at Teddy's scorecard.
And that's what professional boxing is about, putting fannies in the seats. The harder puncher, the guy who's more effective, the guy who puts more hurt on you, gets the rounds.
And now he brings the left hand upstairs. You know, you go out there, a fighter like this, you were just knocked down in the last round. Now you got to go out there, you got to prove to your opponent, hey, I'm fine. You got to prove to the whole arena, hey, look at me, I'm fine. You also have to prove a lot to yourself, though, don't you?
Yeah, but you have to remember, that's a good question, but you have to remember this fighter has been there before. So just remember, I have dealt with it before. And then you have to beat David Copperfield. A little bit of a magician, a little smoke and mirrors, and con your opponent. Let him think you're all right. Let him think you even want to fight when really you just want to buy a little time.
Jump on him right now.
And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there. Just off the mark with that punch.
Punch! Punch!
Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. 90 seconds to go in round number 4. Missed the target with that hook.
Relax, relax. Nice, nice.
Teddy, it is such a gift that he has right here. We're seeing such a technically sound defensive fighter.
Yeah, we are. You know, the old-time trainers would say, Teddy, he's doing the hard part. And that is the hard part, making the guy miss. Now he has to start doing the fun part, hitting him.
Unload! Go! Go! You're not focusing. Come on, leave here.
10 seconds to go in the 4th. End of the round is upon us, and we have a fighter in front of us who just looks gassed. He looks tired. Now, Teddy, what can he do to overcome that when this fight starts back up?
Well, first of all, this is where you search into those corners that you're not forced to search. Kind of like when you were a kid and your mother told you to clean your room and go into those little nooks and crannies where you never knew there was dirt. Now you got to start looking into nooks and crannies inside yourself, places you didn't know were there before. You better find them. You better find them quick.
Another round, and if it keeps up with the rest of them, it'll be closely contested and hard to score. Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities, because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Turned that hook over, but couldn't turn it into a connect.
Nice. Pace yourself. Focus.
Unable to land that shot. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go.
Left and right, left and right.
Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot.
Punch! Punch! Keep working the body. Pace yourself.
Blocks that punch. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Final 10 seconds of this 5th round. End of the round, a round I do believe that he was able to take. But his opponent is there stride for stride. This is going to be a close fight. Teddy, where do you have him on the scorecards? Is he up?
Yeah, I have him slightly ahead. But as you said, very close fight. And the kind of fight where you let up for a moment, you're going to lose it.
Listen, baby, I need to see some combinations right now. Now, you're landing one shot, but I need to see 3 and 4 punches at a time.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for... Oh, and he got caught right there. Everything was going fine, and then he got caught.
Well, that's the problem. It was going too fine. He got a false sense of security. The other guy wasn't throwing back. He took for granted, and bang, you can't take for granted in this ring.
To the head he goes with a left hand. He's got half of the equation figured out. He's throwing a lot of punches, but the more important half of the equation, he's way off the mark.
Yeah, well, you know, you should talk to a golf pro. You know, if you want to hit a golf ball, you want to hit it straight, you wouldn't stand crooked, would you? I mean, your feet would have to stand where you could hit the ball where your feet are pointing. That's the problem. His feet are crooked. They're pointing the wrong way, and his punches are going the wrong way.
And now just wasting away some time with that clinch. Unable to score with the uppercut that time. Halfway through round 6. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. He's got that certain something that's a well-acquired skill in this craft of boxing, and that is superb defense, and it's on target tonight.
It is. The old timers would say, you know, that's the hard thing, is to learn defense. You know, the easy part, the fun part is let your hands go. So he's got the hard part down. Guess what? He's enjoying the fun part right now because of it.
That just missed.
That's it.
Final 10 seconds of the 6th round. End of the round of what has been a very close and highly competitive fight. Teddy, how do you see this right now?
I see it almost dead even, and I see whoever finishes the rounds, because in these kind of tight rounds, if you finish up good, the judges remember that.
Relax, relax. You're okay. You're okay. Keep your hands up. Keep them up, all right? I mean, you know, he caught you with your hands down. Let's keep them up. Listen, he's gonna come forward this round, all right? Keep that jab moving. Keep him away from you, all right? Look at me.
It has been completely one-sided so far tonight, and he's in control as we start this round. Well, he's throwing it, but just missed. Isn't landing it. Comes right back with some offense of his own. And he's holding.
Keep moving, keep moving. Come on now.
Wow, is he defensively sound.
Looking good.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Some fine fundamentals. Good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese. He used distance.
Why is his opponent struggling so much here? Why can he not land a clean headshot?
Well, one reason is his opponent is moving his head. He's doing a good job of being elusive, but there's no change. He's just throwing straight, naked punches at him. He needs to make a little adjustment, a little adaptation. He needs to feint a little bit, get a false movement, get him out of position, get him off balance, and then time him a little bit. He keeps just throwing at him, he's going to keep doing what he's doing, move air around.
Still not moving. Come on. Nice one, nice one, nice one.
There you go.
Uppercut. Uppercut is wide open. Uppercut, baby. Come on.
Ten seconds to go in the seventh. Distance, such a key factor always, Teddy, when it comes to defense. With his good foot movement, he's been keeping that distance. His opponent, how does he close that gap properly?
Well, first of all, he's got to use his jab to close it because he's getting picked off coming in. He's getting pot-shotted. So he's got to have something coming at his opponent that keeps him distracted. Use that jab. Now, don't use it conventionally, Joe. You're jabbing at the head, you're not finding nothing. You're just finding
All right, now,
space.
I need you
So
to
jab a
sit
little
down
lower.
on your punches.
Drop the sights a
Sit
little bit.
down
Jab
on
at his
your
chest. Just so you touch something, and then you can work your way in. You can start to find them a little.
Throw the uppercut and hook, all right?
Let's look at Teddy's scorecard as we start this eighth round. And I think this tells pretty much the story. Yeah, he's got a slight lead. However, there have been those moments where you see a defensive flaw.
Yeah, the other guy's coming on fast. The defensive flaw is that he covers up too much. He blocks too many punches. And when you...
Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. He is stunned there, and now he ties up.
He ties up, and he was allowed to tie up, and that's what he's going to be sorry for, the other guy, that he allowed himself to get grabbed.
Off the mark. A little defense turns into offense. He blocks the shot, comes right back with one of his own. .90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8. Well, he's got the attitude, something's got to stick. He fires off the combination, and they both do.
Keep your head moving.
Let him get up out that corner. Work the body. Work the body, kid. That's right. Body shot. Body shot.
Unload. Unload.
Throwing a lot of punches here. Now, his opponent is showing very, very good movement. What adjustments can he make to deal with that movement?
So, Joe, when you're fighting a guy who's smart, who's hard to hit, first of all, you got to shorten those punches up. If they're wide, they have no chance at all. And you got to go to the one place that's not moving. Guess where that is? Downstairs.
It's all right. Keep moving. Keep moving.
Last 10 seconds of the 8th round.
There you go. There
He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been.
Relax.
The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Keep on this guy. Keep hunting him down, all right? Cut the ring off and move him into the ropes. I want you on this guy. Don't let him breathe. He's hurt. Get him in this round.
Throw that in. I got more. No, throw them in there.
It's like a whole new fighter out there. Look at him as we start this round. Remember what happened to him in the last round. Now he's up on his toes.
Yeah, well, remember what happened to him in the last round. That's what we say, but he doesn't say that. He's putting that out. He's putting it into the rearview mirror. He's going forward down the road with a lot of hope, a lot of vigor, a lot of confidence.
Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Completely missing with that punch.
Come on, baby.
Let it go. Uppercut.
Blocks it away. 90 seconds into the 9th round. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Missed the body shot. And he just holds on there.
Keep moving. Keep moving. Hook. Hook.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut.
Good job, buddy. Back to the body.
Way to block there. Last 10 seconds of the 9th round.
Let's create openings now, all right? Let's take a chance. Breathe in. Work, work, work. He hasn't felt your power yet, kid. You're fighting scared, son.
Relax, relax, relax. How you feeling? Okay, now listen. Don't make any mistakes.
Back underway here to live fight action. Tough fight to score. Very, very even, closely contested bout throughout.
Oh, you got this one. Focus.
Yeah, man, good work, good work.
He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Good defensive skill.
Just like that, just like that. Left and right, left and right. Move your feet. Punch! Punch!
He just missed that shot up top.
Body shot! 1-2, 1-2. It's all right, just keep moving.
And we've reached the halfway point of round 10.
Pace yourself. Guard your head.
Nice block. He missed with that headshot. Able to defend and then go on the offensive.
Relax, relax.
Parries that punch away.
Work the body, kid. Body shots.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Counting down towards the end of the 10th round, 10 seconds to go.
Punches.
Okay, that was a nice round. Nice round. Now listen, you need to establish that jab.
Take chances, baby. Let's take chances in this round coming up.
Here you go.
You don't take a chance, you go home with shit, right? Now listen, take a chance. Take a fucking chance. He's...
Go to, I got...
So 10 rounds are in the books, and Teddy, your scorecard has it a dead even fight. What does he have to do to pull away here?
He's got to remember those early mornings, waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning doing road work. Those cold mornings when it was freezing, he didn't want to get out of bed. Those long days of sparring when the rounds never ended. He's got to remember that. And remember, this is why he did it.
You're not focusing.
Oh, he just ate a big uppercut right there. He had no idea it was coming his way. He does not look good at all.
That's okay, let it go, let it go.
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot.
Do it again.
Can you believe that? What a change in momentum. He just got rocked. Moments ago, he was the one hurting his opponent.
Reminds you of the song, I can do anything you can do, only better.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
lands the counter.
Hook! Hook!
Gets rid of that body shot.
Pace yourself! Hook! Hook!
We count down the final moments of this round. How about that? What a round we just saw. Both men were able to get to the other. Both men seemingly hurt in that round.
And the kind of round where Judge really has to do his job. Everyone else does their job. Trainers, managers, we're trying to do ours. But now it's up to the judges to really look at that and find where they can separate the two fighters.
This is it. Last round, champ. No need to get into a brawl with this guy, okay? That's what he wants.
Final round has arrived. Who wants it more?
Focus!
Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see.
Left and right!
Good job protecting himself.
Punch! Punch! Hey, 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 let's go!
Come on, baby!
Pace yourself!
Showing you some defense there with the block. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Halfway through this 12th and final round. Good defense, just covering up down low.
Love what I see, baby.
Blocks that belt line well. No, he missed that right. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Time to bring it home. Final minute of the final round.
Work the body! Keep pushing! Unload! Unload! More punches! Keep working the body!
Off the mark there.
Hey, you got some of that too. Let's go. Uppercut.
Last 10 seconds of the fight.
Go.
Very close fight. Tough to score some of those rounds, but they did. And for that, let's send it up to the ring. he's going to be able to walk out of here a winner.
Well, the fight went exactly the way you thought it would be. One guy being aggressive, that guy being the boss, that guy being the winner.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time at the fights.